For generations, the Cannon County hills around Woodbury have been home to one of the country's most important basket-making communities. During the Depression, some 300 people from 75 families made their living from the craft. It was mostly women's work, and the men in turn passed down the skills of chair-making. Today, family albums preserve photos of ancestors for whom basketry was part of daily life. When girls learned amidst the white oak shavings at their elders' knees, and when they carried the new baskets to crossroads stores to exchange for groceries. Back then, truckloads of local crafts found their way to distant markets. Roadside peddlers sold the handwork of Cannon County women to strangers in faraway cities. More than an art, basketry was a means of survival in hard times, and for those who lived through it, there are bittersweet memories of making baskets to get by. Ida Pearl Davis is one who lived through it. She inherited the basket legacy of women in the Murphy and Underwood families, and she remembers bartering some of her first baskets for clothes and candy bars. She also remembers the many later years when people in the Short Mountain area quit making baskets and turned to wage labor, and when children stopped learning the craft. Her daughter Thelma grew up in that generation, but an interest in the basket tradition reawakened during the 1970s. Thelma encouraged the rediscovery of her mother's talents. She took pride in Ida Pearl's overlooked artistry, in her precision technique of pulling white oak splits, in the perfect balance and symmetry of design that distinguishes her baskets, and in the subtle weaving of heartwood that is her decorative trademark. Most importantly, Thelma placed herself as an adult in the learner's role, working as an apprentice toward her own mastery of Ida's skills. Together, they have jointly worked at the craft for 20 years and generously given their time and energy as ambassadors for the Cannon County tradition, welcoming visitors into their home, patiently obliging photographers and reporters, and traveling to distant events to demonstrate their craft. In 1986, they were part of the Tennessee program at the Smithsonian Festival of American Folklife, sharing not only their basketry, but also their shape-note religious singing. Their work has become represented in many significant collections across the country. With failing eyesight, Ida Pearl now works largely by feel, and Thelma modestly claims room for improvement compared to her teacher. The craft remains central to their lives, and like many mother and daughters before them, they share a special bond woven in white oak.